Hey everyone, so back again. Today I want to talk a bit about taking action. So the problem that I see quite often is people get the knowledge, they understand what they've got to do, but they don't take the action. Yesterday or the previous video, we talked about purpose and defining that purpose so that you can continue to take the action. But in terms of the levels of action that's required, if you want to go quick and you want to scale quick, you need to do a lot. So we all live busy lives. We all have to work around kids, other jobs most of the time, especially when we're starting off at this stage. And it's about finding time, but we have to take mass amounts of action. So, there's a few ways where, people quite often they feel as though they're overwhelmed by what the amount of work that they've got to do, or their day takes hold of them rather than them taking hold of their day, which leads to inaction and no action being taken at all, or not the right amount of action to go forward. Also, quite often, and I was there as well, that you think you're doing enough, you think you're in the right ways, and you think you're focusing in the right areas, but you're not. I thought I was doing enough until I read the 10X book by Grant Cardone. I'd advise you all to go and read it if you haven't. And just that in itself is all about 10X in the amount of action that you do. So, or what you think you need to do. So if you think you need to do 1 hour, obviously 10X will be 10 hours, which might not be possible, but the idea is that's probably what you need to be doing. If you think you need to go on 5 viewings a week, 10X might be 50 viewings a week. If you fall somewhere in between, you're probably going to be about the right number. So it's all about just doing that 10X more action, having that 10X more mindset of whatever you think you need to do, you need to do. A couple of other things, that I do, join the 5 a.m. club. I'm a huge fan of morning activity. 5 to 8 o'clock is been a huge win in my life, and it allows me to really get that clarity, get that time, get that focused action, do my educational learning around that time where I'm not distracted and the day can't take hold of me. So just coming on to, in terms of what I want you to do, I want you to just focus, and daily motivation and making sure that you keep pushing is half the battle here. If you want to be successful, you need to buy into this, and you need to do it no matter what you think of it initially. Just trust the process, because it does work, and I'm going to show you how it works. So a couple of things on your success plan. On the left-hand side here, you can jump to different sections. So I want you to jump to all the way down the bottom here, writing your goals. Every day I want you to write your goal, and I want you to find a motivational quote or make one up for yourself. Okay, so write your daily goals in here. This is important, no matter how big they are, no matter how dreamy they are. This is hugely important to your success, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, these images here are from my 10X planner. You can see here 10X, which is was part of the Grant Cardone thing, but 10X, and I started writing these in 2017. Okay, so I want to 10X my life. I want to inspire others. I had no idea that I was, going to be a mentor or start coaching people. Let alone did I have probably a property business worth justifying that I could coach people at this stage. So, you've got to remember that these were all written pre any sort of success really in my life. Build a great team of people around me and be financially free by the time I'm 37. I'm 36 now. I'd like to think that, I'm pretty much there. So, 5K in my bank by December 31st, 100K by March the 31st, financially free, own a yacht by 45. So I've still got a bit of way to go with that, but I've also got time on my side, 500 properties, happy, successful family. And you'll see their quote of the day, good things come to those who prosper, So, and there's loads of these, every day I was writing them out. There's a pretty common theme, but, create time on this planet and maximize it. 10 million by 40, £1 million home for my wife. Kids can have anything they want, so all focusing kind of around my purpose. Have healthy kids, $1 million in cash by 40, 100 million assets by 60, happy, loving, positive family, inspire others to take action. Now, when I wrote these, I genuinely thought they were just dreams, but do you know what? Looking back now, and even looking now at, say, 100 million assets by 60, I know that's possible because of where I've come. And, I've already ticked a few of these off. the list, and you know, some of the big goals that were dream goals back then. I've already, you know, multiple flows of cash. I've definitely got that now. You know, grow teams of positive producers and doing that, be an inspirational leader. I like to think that I'm inspiring people, you know. So I'm not far away from these goals at all, and I've ticked quite a lot of them. But back then, they were just goals on a bit of paper. But by writing them down every day, it made myself accountable to them, and I guess they do come true. You know, it's madness. So, and it makes me now think that, okay, that 10 million in cash is possible by the time I'm 40. You know, that 100 million in assets by the time I'm 60 is more than achievable because I've stuck to it and I've got. So write your goals down. There's 21 days worth of stuff on here, but I want you to do it every day. The reason there's 21 days is because it takes 21 days to create a habit. So after your 21 days, just obviously cut and paste that and just continue this document on. But it's really important that you write your goals down and you write a motivational quote down and you stay motivated, okay? What I then want you to do is create weekly targets. So every week in the group, you will be asked to post your targets. And I want you to create your targets here, and I want you to review your targets at the end now, either on a Friday or a Sunday, whenever suits. So what you're going to do, and did you do it? You know, and this is hugely important, you know, really, really, really important, because it holds you accountable. Okay, it holds you accountable, and if you're accountable to your actions and you put your actions out there, you've got more chance of them actually coming to the forefront. So, you know, share your success. You know, sharing success helps endorphins come into your body. There's psychological aspects to all this where it allows you to enjoy those small little wins, whether it's big or small, doesn't matter, and it creates that motivation to want to keep going. You know, this isn't just a strategy course. I'm teaching you a lot here, and it's everything that has worked for me, worked for many others. I've studied millionaires, I've studied billionaires. They all have very similar patterns. All this comes from that study. All this comes from mentors I've been working with, from their programs, from good things that have worked for me. So you implement some of this stuff and you will go far. So what I want you to do is start doing this as of today. So, you know, make sure that you're writing your goals down, hitting your motivational quotes, writing your weekly targets down, and then I want you to be posting your targets in the group. So whatever day you've joined this program, the posts go up on a Monday to post your targets. Even if it's Thursday or Friday or Sunday, I want you to go back and find the last post, the weekly goal post, and I want you to write your targets down and answer these questions, which will typically be the questions that are in your success plan. And I want you to just post them in the comments section here. And, you know, that is the target. Once you've done that, you can tick this video as completed, and I'll see you on the next video.